Hello Horror Hounds, finally someone has tagged me in a YouTube quiz tag thing. I've only been on here 3 fucking years, but the ever dependable Jambo Shango was kind enough to tag me. Thank you, Jambo. I'll put a link to his channel down below and urge you all to go and subscribe to his channel like I always do. So please just actually do it now so I can stop saying this and won't have to rename this channel Grumpy Andrews. Please go and subscribe to Jambo Shango channel. Simple movie tag. I spent a couple of days thinking over this and I've kind of cheated because I've got more than one answer to all the questions. Apart from the first one. What's your favourite and least favourite film? Jaws, 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 Jaws. It's perfect. I think I first watched it maybe around about 8 and it grabbed me then, but it's never faded as a film. It's not just getting by on nostalgia. Every time I watch it, every time I come to it, I fall in love with it all over again. It's a perfect movie. My least favourite movie, I put Sucker Punch. I have an antipathy towards that movie. I really don't like it, but probably Halloween Resurrection as well would go on the list. I mean, I'm a big completist. I've got parts of movies just had to have the whole collection, and I can't have Halloween Resurrection in the house. Who's your favourite actor and actress? Easily top of the Christmas tree, Cary Grant. That man had it all. So suave, so cool, so funny when he was in a comedy, so chilling when he needed to be, an everyman action hero. The man just had everything. I adore Cary Grant. Actress-wise, from around the same period, Katharine Hepburn, I think, is absolutely phenomenal. But I need to put Gene Wilder on the list as well because I fucking love Gene Wilder. And Gene Wilder led me to Madeline Kahn for favourite actress. I can't think of a time I haven't fallen in love with her. Every time I see her, she's funny, she's talented. I just think she's sex. Who's your favourite director? So I've chosen a couple, naturally. Dario Argento and David Cronenberg. I think maybe the heart and the head. David Cronenberg I would put on top. I just think that man's imagination and skill is limitless, boundless. He's like a scientist tinkering and refining his product, his thesis in celluloid, with each progressive film distilling it down into a purer and purer form. Whereas Argento, you know, like a stereotypical Italian, is bravura, full of broad strokes, emotions, splashes of colour, sound, and I adore him. What is your favourite movie genre? Clearly it's horror, but I have a deep and abiding love of science fiction as well. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and if I wasn't doing this as a horror channel, I'd probably be doing it as a sci-fi channel. And I guess as a subgenre, I'd have to mention the Godzilla movies. I love Godzilla. I'm contemplating at the end of the year doing a Godzilla marathon, all 30 some. I think it's 30 plus movies now. Not all of them in one sitting. When I say marathon, I'll pace myself. I'm not insane. What's your favourite horror movie? Aside from Jaws, it's a toss-up between The Exorcist or Nosferatu. Favourite animated movie? Straight away I put Spirited Away. Studio Ghibli is... they're it. And you could probably throw a dart at a load of Studio Ghibli movies, and whichever one it hits, you'd be kind of happy having to take that away as your favourite animated movie. When I thought about it a little bit more, there is one animated movie that edges it out for me, if I'm being honest. One I haven't seen for a long time because I can't bring myself to watch it, but for sheer emotion, hope, action, adventure, joy, terror, sadness, loss, desperation. Watership Down is a practically peerless film. And as an aside, Tom and Jerry, I know it's not an animated movie, but those original Hanna-Barbera era Tom and Jerry shorts are fucking peerless. What's your favourite soundtrack and or score? It is Jaws. I'm trying to not mention Jaws very much because Jaws is my fucking North Star of movies. But John Williams' soundtrack for Jaws is fucking amazing. Let's be clear about this. If I couldn't choose Jaws, the Suspiria soundtrack, Goblin soundtrack for that is insane and brilliant and evocative and wonderful. As far as soundtracks go, let it be put on record that the first album I ever bought was the Ghostbusters soundtrack. But edging out that, I think the Lost Boys soundtrack just is a formative brick in the soundtrack wall. We can talk all day long about how good Quentin Tarantino's soundtracks are, but Lost Boys, baby, you've got to say hello to the night. Lost in the shadows. What's your best cinema experience? Flash Gordon, first movie I was ever taken to the cinema to watch. I think that movie probably did something to my tiny little mind because I've immersed myself in movies ever since. But Arachnophobia as well just still sticks in my mind. Everyone was going fucking crazy for that movie. Everyone was in on it, screaming, shrieking, jumping out of their chairs. For an English audience, that is really, really rare, but everyone was so into it. It's the closest I've come to watching a movie feeling like being on a roller coaster with a couple of hundred other people. It was so much fun. What's your favourite guilty pleasure movie? I do not subscribe to the notion of guilty pleasures. There's something for everyone. Someone always likes something, even if you loathe it. So at first I put Speed Racer. I've put a question mark after all of these. Speed Racer seems to be generally maligned. I think it's great. Mannequin, Kim Cattrall and Andrew McCarthy. I really like that movie. Hey, I'm a kid from the 80s. Showgirls, I genuinely like. You know, it's fucking hilarious, but I think it's a satire, right? It is supposed to be a comedy, right? I think it's absolutely hilarious. So I, non-ironically, really like Showgirls. What's your favourite foreign film? Setting aside all Italian horror, which I've got a bit of a kink for, Jean Cocteau's Orphée is art. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's poetry on film. You will be amazed at how many films, if you haven't seen this, that you love, that it has influenced. Wreck, I love. Ringu that was a real experience. That film sort of bubbled away sort of by word of mouth, and watching that's fantastic. I've got a special place in my heart for Ringu. I recently watched all the Baby Cart movies, and I loved them all. And if I had but time enough, I know I would just disappear into a little rabbit hole of samurai movies and become obsessed for a few months with samurai movies. Oh, that's it. Okay, brilliant. So I need to tag. I'm going to tag 3. I don't know what the rules are on tagging, but these are 3 people I want to hear their answers to these. I will link to all of them below. The reason I'm also tagging them is to highlight their channels to you. They are all subscribable. They're all worthy of your time and subscription. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I am going to tag Bobby from Dusty Old Movies. I love that channel. I'm going to tag the Vlog Lady, and I'm going to tag Isaac's Haunted Beard, because all 3 of you guys, I really want to hear your answers to these questions. So if you get time, that's great. And if you don't, I hadn't thought of a sign off for this bit. Nothing's coming. I appreciate your commitment if you're still watching. I literally have nothing else to say.